Hey everyone, Will Hankey here from Window Treatment Marketing Pros. Hope you're having a great day. I've had some people bring up the topic to me about ADA compliance, or the American Disabilities Act compliance for websites. And I'm very happy that they brought this up because I think there's some really important things to talk about here. Every website online needs to have certain things in place so that a disabled person can still get through the website. The website functions for them at whatever level they need it to work at, and they can still get the information at the end of the day, right? So the ADA has set out some compliance things that you need to have in place in order to make sure that your site is compliant. Now, in the last 6 months, year or so, some companies have been sued for millions of dollars around the fact that they were not ADA compliant, and these were large companies. Think of Coca-Cola type companies. I don't know if Coca-Cola in particular, but big websites, big companies, right? They've been sued and have been successfully sued as well for not having sites that are compliant. So I reached out to a friend who works on websites specifically for the ADA piece of this. And in that conversation, some of the things that we found out is that getting a website 100% ADA compliant, not an easy task. Takes a ton of work, a ton of things that need to be done. From a WordPress standpoint, there are some plugins that you can get that make it pretty compliant, right off the bat. Install the plugin. Maybe it's a paid plugin for $50 or something like that, and then suddenly your site is more compliant than it was. Probably not going to score a 100 on the compliance scale, but better than maybe it is now, right? So the idea is not necessarily to get it to 100, but to make a reasonable effort to make sure that your website is compliant. When I kind of pressed him about this, I said, what? Okay, there's scores. What kind of score do people need to get to in order to make it seem like they made a reasonable effort to get there? After some back and forth, he came and said probably 80%. If your website scores an 80, that's probably the low end, the bar for showing that your website, the effort has been made to make it ADA compliant. So I did want to share a tool with you. It's webaccessibility.com. And what you can do is go here and plug in a website. In this case, I put in one of our clients, Gala Designs in Jacksonville, Florida. When I put their website in, click the test button, it does some things, and it comes back with a 95. So they scored a 95, right? So they're well over the 80% mark for compliance and for having put the effort towards being compliant. And part of this is because the way we build websites, we consider this as part of the building of the website. So it makes sense that, that we've built this from scratch. But if you had a website that was built 4, 5, 10 years ago, it's very unlikely that you're going to score high on this. But I definitely encourage you to go check out webaccessibility.com and put in your website, see what you score. If you have a WordPress site, there are a couple plugins out there. You can just type in WordPress plugins ADA compliance, and you'll get a list of them. Some of them are, $50. Some of them are free. Some of them are $600-800 a year. At the end of the day, I guess it really comes down to what level of compliance do you want? How much are you willing to risk not paying in order to not be sued, right? I don't think for the average small business owner, you're going to get sued for this, right? Especially for a site that scores a 95. But if you score a 30 or a 50 or something, a couple things. It may be worth getting a plugin if you have a WordPress site. If you don't, there may be some other short-term fixes, things you can do. But quite honestly, you probably need to get your website built on a platform and a system and a theme that is ADA compliant right off the bat. So I encourage you to go check out this particular tool. I'm not sponsored by Web Accessibility. It's just one that I've been using to make sure that all of our sites are compliant in this area. And let me know. Let me know if you've heard any stories about websites that maybe have been sued, or businesses that have been sued because of this issue, or if you've heard about it in, in your chamber meetings, or in other circles of things that you're doing. Have you heard about the ADA compliance issues? And if so, what did you do about it? Have you gone in and added a plugin? Did you buy something? Did you rebuild your website? I'm curious to know. So leave a comment below, and let's chat a little bit more about this ADA compliance. Thanks.